Think about a girl you know, a young girl. Maybe it's your little sister, or niece, or even your daughter. Now think of the time that you realize that they're conscious about their weight. This short little clip gives you an idea of just what little girls will look like if they're actually asking things like that.
Am I pretty enough to be noticed? Will they love me if I go on a diet?
Why do girls need to be skinny?
Do my freckles go away?
Do I need liposuction? Do I need a boob job?
Do you think I'm fat?
Do you think I'm fat? Do you think I'm fat?
Am I pretty enough to be noticed? Will they love me if I go on a diet? Will they love me if I go on a diet? Will they love me if I go on a diet? Do my freckles go away?
Do I need liposuction?
Do I need liposuction?
Okay, now let's start over.
Am I pretty enough to be noticed? Will they love me if I go on a diet?
Why do girls need to be skinny?
Do my freckles go away?
Do I need liposuction? Do I need a boob job?
Do you think I'm fat?
Do you think I'm fat? Do you think I'm fat?
% of first through third graders, that's very, very young. They think that they're overweight. They want to be thinner already at first through third grade. 81% of 10-year-olds are afraid of being fat. Just thinking about little girls and the possibility that they've already been thinking about things so serious like this, it's mind-boggling for me. Eating disorders in girls and young women are a serious problem, and it's definitely not getting any better. It's only getting worse, and there's treatments out there, but most little girls or most women don't know how to utilize those treatments. I've been researching the topic for a few weeks now, and I've always had an interest in this topic. I'm sure many of you, or most of you, have actually known someone that's either struggled with their weight, either if it's losing weight or gaining weight. Today I want to explain for you the challenges girls and young women face with their image, and how many turn to eating disorders to fix what they see as a problem. First, I just wanted to ask who you think the victims are. It's kind of crazy. You saw the video. Obviously, it was a commercial, but it still gives you an idea of just the age range for little girls up to 40s, I think it was, women thinking these kind of things. The Department of Mental Health in South Carolina estimate that 8 million Americans have an eating disorder. 7 million of them are women and 1 million are male. So as you can see, there's an overwhelming amount of women affected compared to men. Over half of the teenage girls that feel like they need to lose weight use unhealthy weight control behaviors like anorexia, bulimia, extreme dieting, which you've all heard of. There's hundreds of books on crash dieting, pretty much. But why do you think males aren't as picked on things? I have the answer. The media does not portray the female figure the way it truly is. The National Association of Anorexia Nervosa and Associated Disorders shares that the average woman is around 5'4" and 140 pounds, while an average model is 5'11" and 117 pounds, which is an extreme difference. Young girls and women watch television where the models and actresses who are size 2 and 0 are made to seem like the average female, cooking, cleaning like their mom should be, or that's the way they aspire to be. They don't want to be this overweight person, because as many you see, the larger women depicted in movies, TV, anything like that aren't usually the popular girl, aren't usually the most beautiful girl on television, and that's what little girls want to be. The body type portrayed in advertising is possessed naturally by only 5% of Americans. media is surrounding us with magazines that influence little girls, the little girls who actually read magazines. 47% of 5th through 12th grade girls report wanting to lose weight because of magazine photos. But it's not that shocking. 69% of American magazine photos influence the idea of the perfect body shape in little girls' minds. There is no good that can come from eating disorders, obviously, and besides the fact of getting skinny, but there's all of these extreme consequences for them. But yet so many of our young minds are getting trapped into believing that's the only way to achieve the perfect beauty. Anorexia is the third most chronic illness among teens and women, and little girls are actually being affected more than often now. The mortality rate associated with anorexia is 12 times higher than the death rate of all death causes combined for females 15 through 24 years old. Of the 7 million women who are faced with eating disorders, 1 out of 10 receive the treatment that they need, but most of them don't receive the proper treatment, like I stated before. Eating disorder recovery center called Marisol, she states that most eating disorder recovery places cost around like $30,000 just for a month, and they say that you need at least 6 months to fully recover from an eating disorder. So as you can see, a lot of people don't have that kind of money to be just shelling out. So a lot of people end up having to face their eating disorder by themselves, which isn't the proper way at all. Let me show you this. So you can see here, this is actually a photo of a young girl. There was a story behind this girl. She actually loved the way that she looked. She said that being anorexic is the way of life for her, that she thinks that being anorexic is beautiful. And as you can see, she's modeling, so I mean, she's flaunting what she has or doesn't have. You can see almost every bone in her body. It's just really scary to think that young girls think that that's okay. This is another photo. It pretty much depicts how girls with anorexia feel. They look in the mirror, they don't see the extremely thin, extremely frail girl that's there. They see an overweight girl. They don't see the perfect body. They think there's always room for perfection. There's always another pound that they can lose. There's actually a test that a lot of hospitals do, a lot of recovery centers do. They have the girl lay out on a big piece of paper. The doctor draws their line of what their body looks like, and the girl goes ahead and she gets up, she draws the body that she thinks that she has, and the proportions are huge. I wish I had found a photo for that, but I couldn't. The girl with anorexia usually portrays herself as being very large when she's like 1/5 of what she really drew. So today you have learned the victims of eating disorders, how the media attacks and the already very vulnerable core of young women, and how eating disorders can never end good unless someone gets extensive help. Worrying about what we look like should never bring us to the point of wanting to hurt ourselves for those unrealistic standards placed upon our shoulders by the media. Don't let the media or the Barbie-looking models dictate the way you see yourself, because beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Thank you.
All right, Priscilla, what did you think? Priscilla's not here. Caroline, you want to step in?
Sure. I thought it was really good. The visuals were really strong, especially the picture of the girl looking at herself in the mirror and not seeing how she really was, because I think that really drives home what the eating disorder